Hi, my name is Wuse Cara, and I'm from Lawton, Oklahoma, and I serve at Holy Family Catholic Church.
And I'm his wife, Teresa.
We've been a deacon couple for 1.5 years. I became a deacon because before marriage, I was discerning the priesthood, and I've always felt that tug or that calling. So when our priest, Father Philip Seaton, invited me to apply to the Diaconate program, I felt God was calling me to try that. And I trusted that those who were in charge of the program would help me discern whether or not this is something that I need to pursue. And luckily, it turned out it was, and I'm glad I'm here. I really enjoy serving the priests in our community. We have a wonderful faith community down in Lawton, and I enjoy working with the other deacons. We have 6 deacons down in Lawton. These are all wonderful men. I enjoy the camaraderie. It's something that it's hard to explain. I think I'm in more of a position now to share the teachings of the church where people listen to me maybe a little bit more. I'm fortunate to have a wife who helps me serve in the ministry. For example, tomorrow night we're doing a wake, and Teresa will be leading the music. So it's just kind of nice. It's something that we do together. Obviously, for someone who's interested in the diaconate program, I would say pray, do lots of prayers, and get your prayer life together, and just learn to have a friendship with Christ, because that's going to be key to make it work. And then on a practical note, time management, I think that's some area that we all struggle with. And as a deacon, most deacons have a full-time job to begin with. And if you have a family also, something's got to give. So if your time management isn't good, then something's going to suffer. Now that can get frustrating. And I think Teresa and I both have learned through this whole process that we waste a lot of time doing things that just
necessary.
Yeah, they're not necessary. They don't help us grow towards God. They don't benefit our family. And I think both of us, once we eliminate a lot of those things, we realize we have a lot more time on our hands than we thought we did.
Yeah, that was something that was striking to me, because kind of backwards looking, that we had a lot of different things on our plate that was really non-essential. I mean, everything seems to be important, but kind of prioritizing those things. But something too, I'd like to go back that you had said is that prayer, we asked our children and brought them into the conversation when Wuse was asked to consider being a deacon. And we talked about it as a family. You know, is this something that Wuse is being called to do? And it was really neat to see their thoughts on it and their ideas and everything. So it was really important to pray and to have the children come into the conversation too, because it is, although it's Wuse's vocation, we are kind of those supporting roles, and to understand that.
Yeah, that's right. Diaconate program has opened the doors for me in the Liturgy of the Hours, which is something I've never done before. And that commitment alone has made my prayer life so much more intentional. And that's something that you and I have not done as a couple.
Yeah, that was something we started doing together in the program, and it was
beautiful, yeah. And it also opened up the doors to scripture study and made that more intentional as a family. I mean, my kids are more interested in studying the scriptures just because we talk about it more. And so in that sense. Oh, go for it, yeah.
Well, something that struck me when we were asked that question, when we thought about that, is that when our kids were little, something that really hit me was that we are called to teach our children to know, love, and serve God. That's a commitment that we have. And as a married couple, we're called to help each other to get to heaven. And I had heard this talk one time about these missionaries that go to foreign countries. And so they look for people to disciple. But here in our own home, we have these children that we have the opportunity to lead to Christ and to help them to follow him and to know him. And so when Wuse became a deacon, it just all kind of came together. The whole missionary discipleship, or, discipling, and the importance of that, especially in our diocese, and not just in our parish, but in our diocese, but throughout the world, we're all called to do that.
Yeah. And I think that so many times it seems like the woman carries a role by herself, passing on the faith in the families. And as a deacon couple, we can help set the example of what it means as a husband and wife to disciple other people in our families.